I think I'm recording. We will find out at the end of this when I play it back, and we'll see if it all recorded or not. So, welcome, guys, girls, friends, folks. I'm glad you can join for. We want to have we want to give you an opportunity. A lot of these are brand new. I mean, brand new, last 24, 48, 72 hours. Some just joined a week ago and kind of blew up their team. And it's just fun to get together on these anyway. I like to see all your smiling faces. Y'all put me to shame, make me look bad. See, I'm pretty and I'm not. And so I wanted to share some thoughts with you tonight. I wanted to share some notes with you tonight. First note says, hit record. Been there, done that, so we get that covered. And, of course, I don't want this to just be about the John Zena show or just rambling at you. So once I get through some of the stuff that I have, I want you to interact. I want you to come back to me and say, hey, John, kind of elaborate on that. Or, hey, go back to something you said. Or, hey, I have an idea or a thought. Because this ain't about John Zena. It's not it's the M Network. So, again, this isn't anything but about all of us together, collaborating together, growing together, learning together, and having a bunch of fun together and sitting on the beach in Cabo together. Okay, so as y'all write in your own notes, if you have something that's worked for you in the past or something I talked about tonight doesn't resonate, or you have something you can elaborate beyond something I said, I want you to come back. Hey, John, what do you think about this? Or hey, John, what do you think about that? I will tell you one thing. Being in this industry for 25 years, I've probably tried it, done it already, so I can tell you if it's probably going to work or not work. But hey, I'm always game for anything. And I will tell you one thing. And Deb's known me for what did she ask me? Deb's known me for many, many, many years, and she knows that I will not do anything. I won't make you or say for you do this if I haven't done it already myself successfully. Okay, so I'm not going to be anybody. I may Tiffany be a guinea pig before just because I want to see how the screen share worked. But when it comes to doing something where you can go out and build your business or share this opportunity with somebody, I'm just, hey, Kayla, you go try this and see if it works in Alabama because I think it's going to work in Utah, so go try it. I would never do it to you, okay? I would never ask somebody to do something that I haven't done prior to that I've seen personal success with it, because I think that's completely insane. But unfortunately, in this industry of network marketing, direct sales, people do it all the time. They use their team to go be the guinea pigs. I won't do that. I will not let you or anybody be the sacrificial lamb to see if something's going to work. Does that make sense to everybody, I hope? So anything I'm going to share with you tonight are things I've already done and done successfully. And there's some things on my list tonight that I know work really well. So have your pens and paper and ready to go tonight, and take a bunch of notes. Like I said, we are recording this, so folks in your team that couldn't jump on for whatever reason, we want them to be able to hear the stuff I'm sharing with you tonight, and to watch it at a later date and get a chance to hone in and take their own notes. So with that said, Kayla, I want to ask you something first. Actually, obviously tonight we have the corporate event. It's going to take place at 9:30 Eastern time, which is going to be phenomenal. Because it's this great speaker. It's going to do a great job. I'm going through the slide presentation with corporate tonight. And I would definitely tune in. Thank goodness nobody has to look at him, so I'm not showing his face. We're just going to use the slides. So make sure you get everybody tuned in here at 9:30 Eastern time. If y'all need that link again, we'll get it out to you. I'll put it up here at the end, you cat. And Kayla, are you okay? Would you like to do a Zoom on Thursday, say 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock your time for our own team for an invite again? Since today's Tuesday, we'll take tomorrow off unless you call me and say, hey, y'all, we got a bunch of people want to get on here. So unless you tell me that, do you want to shoot for 8 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday?
Yeah, that should be about fine. Andy sent me a message earlier today and wanted me to join his call at 8:30 on Thursday.
Yep.
But we usually keep them short anyways, or try to.
Yeah, I think his is 9:30 Eastern time. Actually, it's 8:30 Central.
Oh, so it'd be 8:30. So what time is yours? My time?
I'm thinking we should do one 7 p.m. Central time.
Okay. Then yeah, perfect. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Cool. We'll use the same exact link that y'all came in tonight. Invite your best guests so we're gonna just call it now. This Thursday, which is 11th, 12th, 13th, April 13th, okay, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the same exact link, okay, that y'all just came in on, which was just bit.ly, Life by Design Zoom. Invite your best guests to come back and hear a great story on a Thursday night, and I think we had a couple of special guests on with us as well. So welcome to Rebecca just came on, my good friend Kat Barnes just came on. So here's what I want to share with y'all tonight. First thing I want you to write down, unless you're driving, please don't write while you're driving. So take good mental notes or come back later, and you can do it. But here's what I want you to write down. And I want you to write down WHY. Okay, WHY. And I want you to keep that in mind all the time. Because here's the bottom line, y'all, is that without a rock solid, at least one, and I say you only need one, honestly. Without that, everything else I talked to you about tonight, everything that M is, everything that M stands for, every phenomenal product we have, okay, every great aspect of the compensation plan that exists, it will not matter. It will not matter, okay? And it only takes one why, folks. I actually shared this today with Ryan and Carrie and Nate at the home office today, and we're kind of talking about my reason why, because I have different things that I want in life as life progresses and moves forward, but my why is still my why, and here's what it is. Okay, my dad died when I was 15 years old. I always said if I had kids of my own, I want to be a stay-at-home full-time dad and watch my kids grow up and never have to go to a job. I want to be able to enjoy every moment of my entire life. That's my reason why. That was when I was 15 years old. It is today. It hasn't changed. So if you ask me, why do I get on these? Hi, Tracy. Why do I get onto these Zoom calls with y'all? Why do I want to do these events with you? It's because, you know what? It scares the crap out of me if I lay in bed and think about that too long and realize I haven't had a job for 15 years. I get to stay home every day, watch my kids grow. I get to change the world for the better. And if I didn't go out and work this business hard every single day, is it possible I can go back to having to do what I did 15 plus years ago? Absolutely, positively. So my reason why has not changed. Now, your reason why might be different. Okay, hopefully it is. But it's yours. It's your personal why. But that why is the concrete, foundation. That is the absolute foundation, of building this. So everything else does not matter beyond that. I mean, because I can give you all the how-tos in the world, guys and girls, okay? And it won't matter without a reason why. And I don't care if you're like Kat Barnes and you're 19 years old, or if you're old like Tommy over there on the left-hand side, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, okay? The reason why is what's going to drive you to the next level. It's what's going to get you all onto events like this, invite people to the next call, the opportunity event here in an hour and a half. It's what drives you, okay? So reason why. So now that you have your reason why, okay, and you're excited, what do? Okay? One thing I want to tell you, I forgot who I had this chat with. I talked to so many people today. I totally apologize. It was with Shauna. I had this chat with Shauna today. And I said to her, she's like, I'm excited. I'm going to talk to this gal. And, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm telling you, I'm excited. What do I say? That's the best part. Like what I told you, Shauna. I said, Shauna, be excited, stay excited. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. Write this down. People will follow you, okay, based off your excitement level long before all the knowledge in the world that you have about all the ingredients, how the comp plan works, how good looking John Zenas is. They don't care. They really don't. Okay. What they care about is how excited you are. They're going to follow you based on your excitement. Okay. I mean, look at, some of your friends' Facebook posts from the last couple of days. Okay. Look at what people, have written that have got involved in that network with us. When they see what everybody's writing and they're like, oh man, I'm jacked up, excited about blah, blah, blah. People are like, my gosh, what are you doing? What's them? How do I get involved? Tell me more. Okay. If you guys say, oh my gosh, I got the greatest product since, well, remember that Betty White is older than sliced bread. So I have the greatest product since Betty White. And, and you're going on and on and on about the ingredient deck. People are like, okay. They don't care. What they care about is that you're excited about something. Okay, they care that you're excited about something. So excitement level is an absolute key. I'm pretty excited because I'm like on, I think like Go Stick number 6 today, and like 4 red pills and a whole bunch of other stuff. But Kat's known me for a long time. Deb's known me for a long time. I'm pretty excited all the time anyway. But this sure as heck does help and keeps me focused as well too. So, but excitement level. So remember, keep that in mind. People care more about your excitement level, and they want to know what you're doing long before everything about it. Okay, because here's the other thing about that. I want to share this with you kind of as part of this training tonight. Even if you knew every ingredient and every stick, okay? I know 2 ingredients in the core. I don't know what else is in it. Don't care. You know why? Because I have a document that I can send you. You can read it for yourself and Google search to death and do whatever you want to do. Okay, I know the friggin' thing works. Okay, I know that, Shauna told me a story today about, her hurting feet of 5 years because of plantar fasciitis and like 3 days on this product, and she feels friggin' amazing. Okay, that's all I know. All I know is this course that helped my friend Shauna not have sore feet for the first time in 5 years. That's all I know. Okay, you want to learn more about the ingredients? Here's a document. You go read it. You research it. Get back to me. But I know it worked for Shauna. It might work for you. Okay, so don't worry about knowing every single aspect of why everything works, because tell you what, you might have heard this before. Information constipation. Okay, it is really true. Okay, you can get wound up like an old cuckoo clock. Okay, if you start thinking that you need to know everything about everything. Because here's the other part about that. Kat's been around this industry long enough. Deb's been in this industry longer than I've been alive because Deb's really old. Okay. And the bottom line is you've been in this industry a long time, girl. But the bottom line is this. If you start to look or sound too smart, guess what they say? My gosh, that Tommy's a good looking guy from Colorado. I could never do what he does. That guy knows everything. I mean, he knows the entire ingredient deck. He knows how to make $1 million like that. And he knows the compensation plan inside out and backwards. My gosh, it sounds great, but I can never do that, Tommy. That's what they're thinking, guys. Okay, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking if you sound and look that smart, they got to look and sound that smart to do this. Pour it in the bottle, drink it, and tell somebody how great they feel on the product because they start thinking beyond that. Okay, so don't think ahead. Okay, think this. Okay, I always say people, even though I know an awful lot about the company, I try to play real dumb, which is kind of tough for me because I do know an awful lot, but I bring it down to a simple, basic. Hey, I love the results. I love the idea of a brand new company launching. I'd love for you to take a closer look. Can you come check out a webinar, I'm doing on this Tuesday night? If it's for you, great. If not, that's okay too. Well, what's it all about? Hey, that's why I'm going to do the webinar. That's why I'm going to send you the video. What's it all about? Hey, that's why I'm going to send you audio. What's it all about? That's why I'm going to send you the document. Hey, what's it all about? That's why I'm going to invite you to Thursday night. Hey, what's it all about? That's why I'm going to give you the stick. Try the product. You all get it? You understand what I'm saying? What's it all about? It's about 30 minutes long, and it's happening on Thursday night. What's it all about? It's about 45 minutes. It's happening in about an hour. Everybody get that? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Dumb it down. Keep it simple. Okay. And don't try to sound too smart. Okay. Because some of us on here are pretty intelligent folks. And I'm telling you, we can take this thing to a whole new level and blow people's minds, but let this blow their mind. Okay. I had a guy that sent me a message today. He goes, because dude, I've got a $9 check. I didn't even sponsor anybody. He said, where'd it come from? I said, from the company, went to your bank account. He goes, that's friggin' awesome. I said, exactly. I know exactly how I got it, but I didn't go into details. I said, just go share the product with somebody. Go share some sticks. Okay, but be excited. So let me cross off my little list as we go along so I don't repeat myself. My wife says I repeat myself all the time, and I think it's actually her just repeating herself, like take out the garbage, put away the dishes, don't forget to feed the kids this month, So I don't want to repeat myself off my little list. So I'm going to cross off, let's see, that was the don't sound too smart. There you go, excitement. Crossed off. Record. Crossed off. I'll probably forget to stop the recording, but hey, somebody will remind me at the end. So that was number one. Now you're excited. Now you know you got something in your hands. Now you know that you're not going to get, instant information constipation and puke all over people and fire hose and whatever you want to, whatever you want to call it. And now you have your reason why. So here's that next thing. People ask me all the time, do you lead with the product or lead with the opportunity? Anybody ever think that in their minds? What should I lead with? Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We're staring a company and an opportunity in the face that just opened its door 2 months ago. Tommy, what do you think I should lead with? Company opens doors 2 months ago. What would you lead with, brother?
The product or the opportunity? Say it again. I might have heard you.
You had a 50-50 shot. Because y'all are pioneers. The good and bad is that we're all pioneers. We're all out telling the story for the very first time. Guess what? Nobody knows our products. Nobody knows our business. The quickest way to build a business, let me share something with you. Who am I going to pick on? Miss Epic. Let me pick on Epic here real quick. Epic, go ahead unmute yourself, girl, real quick. You there, girl?
Yep.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If I led with the product, here's going to prove to you why I've led with business for 20 plus years in the industry. Doesn't mean I forget about the product, but if I led with the product to you, okay, and all I did was lead with a product, do you have to build a business because I shared a product with you? Yes or no?
No.
No. If I led with the opportunity and you decide I want to do this thing with you, most likely do you have to buy the product?
Yes.
Yes. Y'all see the difference?
John, are you saying live or love?
What's that? Lead, L-E-A-D. Lead, yes. Yep, lead with, not love. I love them both. So there's that difference, guys. That's why I lead with business, because if I lead with business, they're going to use the product by default. If I lead with product, they never have to build a business. And if I lead with opportunity, guess what? It's still can default back to the product, even if they're not ready. Shawnee, you found us. Shauna's a prime example. Shawnee, you led with the business, and what happened at the end of the conversation? Worst case scenario, what happened today? Unmute yourself. I'll unmute her.
I got a customer.
She got a customer. Congratulations, by the way. That's awesome. So I'm going to mute you again. But she got a customer, but she led with the business. Now, if she had led with the product, Here's the other scenario to that. If you lead with the product and they say no, you're not going to be able to upgrade them to being a business partner, okay? But the other way around, you can always lead. Somebody else is unmuted. They're going to mute everybody, so it's no noise here. You can always lead. Who else is still unmuted? Hold on. Somebody else is unmuted. I'm trying to figure out who it is and get some feedback. Hey, Joe. Not that person. It was you, Shauna. Sorry. But if you lead with a business, you can always downgrade to a product. But if you lead with a product, not interested in a product, at least you tried, and you're probably going to be upgraded them to a business. And hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Okay? I've always loved with a business, especially when something's new. We're going to get some verbiage too, because I know y'all want to say, well, how do you lead with a business? We're going to talk about that in a minute. But write down, lead with opportunity. Okay, your product is the opportunity, by the way. Lead with opportunity. Kat will tell you, Kat loves products. Trust me, she loves products, but she loves money more. And when you have good products, they can make you a shitload of money, by the way, okay? And you can do really well, okay? So lead with the opportunity. The product will follow. And the worst case scenario is going to be like happened to Shauna today. She went in gung-ho with a business, and she got herself a customer. And I promise you that customer is going to be a business partner pretty soon, because she's going to refer enough people to you in that little small town of 12,000. And she's going to come back. You're going to go to her and you say, hey, girl, you've sent me 5 people already. This is insane. If you knew how our business plan worked, you would have got involved 5 weeks ago, but I'm not going to let you slide anymore. At least get a position, get your product to wholesale, sending people to me, and I'll help you make some extra money while you're busy doing what you're doing. Okay? That's one way to help too. Okay? And Joe just came on the screen down in the bottom left-hand corner. Sean actually runs the Sherwin-Williams department for 20 years. What's it been? Forever, right? In your little small town in Indiana. So Joe's a painter for way too long. He needs to get out of the profession because they don't pay a lot. Not like the old days, like when Picasso made like billions. Joey making billions, okay? So we covered that. Okay, we're going to lead with opportunity versus product. Now, of course, if I find somebody who says, hey, I'm lacking energy today, hey, you want to make $1 million? Of course they do, but they need some energy. So y'all get what I'm saying? If you come across a specific person at a specific time on a specific day, absolutely, positively, go ahead and lead with the product. But in the same sentence, I would probably say, hey, not only can I help you your energy levels today, Tommy, but guess what? This company I'm working with, it's got this phenomenal product called Go. It's an energy stick. It's like $1.20, serving. It's pretty awesome. I'm just launching my business, and people around the world have no clue who we are. We're a brand new opportunity, and I'm telling you what, if you ever want to get into something first from a business perspective, I know you don't want to make any more money. You just want some energy right now, but if you ever want to make money, we could talk about that. And guess what they're going to say to you most of the time? What do you mean I don't want to make any money? What are you, crazy? But by leading with the product, you can sometimes find customers too. But I'm sorry, business partners, it's a little slower. But like I said, don't cut yourself short when you find somebody who just is talking about energy levels or being stressed out, whatever that scenario might be. Okay, then go ahead and use the product as a leading conversation. Then you can figure out in your own mind where you can take it from a business perspective. Okay, so that's that. I'm leading with product versus opportunity. Sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff here. Okay, non-social media. Okay, I know a lot of folks have been doing some amazing jobs right now at social media. Absolutely crushing it, killing it, destroying it. It's awesome. But I want to talk about the people that maybe don't have a lot of friends. Joe's a painting contractor. He doesn't like people, and people don't like him because he charges a lot of money for his paintings. So he doesn't get a lot of referrals, which is not true. He's actually probably the best that I know in Chick-Shinny, Pennsylvania. Y'all know where Chick-Shinny is. I know you do. It's right next to Mackinac. Y'all know where that is too, right? And it's in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, by the way, where there's more deer than people, by the way. But the bottom line is that somebody like Joe, who may not have a big social following like a Kale or like me or like others, Michelle, Kat, who's been doing this for years, may not have that huge social following. And that's okay. Because there's more people walking around you every day than you're probably talking to on Facebook anyway. Okay? And I will tell you one little secret too when talking to people, they're non-social media folks and folks maybe run into or people that are in this little thing. We're going to talk about this little thing tonight too. Everybody own one of these things? Okay? It can make you $1 million. Okay, I promise you, I'll teach you tonight how to do that. But your non-social media folks, the folks you run into every day, I will tell you one thing. If you want to make $1 million, don't talk to those people and do more time talking to those people. Okay, I learned that a long time ago from somebody. A lot of folks think that, in the industry that the best thing to do is go around and find all these negative, broke people that are depressed, that want to jump off a bridge, and you're going to help save their lives. So pray for them. You probably won't be able to save their lives in this business. People always come and say, man, I know this great guy. He'd be awesome for the business. Well, tell me about him. Well, it's my brother-in-law. He hasn't had a job for 6 years. He sits around on the couch, drinks beer, and eats chips all the time. He'd be great for this business. Like, no, he'd be horrible for this business. He's lazy. All right. That's not who you're looking for. I'm looking for a Pam. I'm looking for somebody, for anybody who doesn't know Pam, she's the cute little gal with the glasses on her noggin up there, with the green shirt on, with her shoulders, her muscles showing because she works on a farm all day. Pam, I'm going to put you on the spot. You don't have to, you don't have to tell your whole story, but I'm going to do the paraphrase story. She's had a little hard life. Okay, people make up excuses not to get in this business. She had every excuse in the world not to join this business. Pam sent her family on a trip to Disney World last week while she's laying in an ICU, not sure if she's going to be alive when they got back home. She got into a Zoom event just like this, learned all the information. Then she decided the next day to go have a heart attack. And then she got into another Zoom event, and then she decided to join us in business. Okay? Don't buy people's excuses. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do not buy somebody's friggin' excuse. Because you're looking for somebody on top of that. She's got 5 girls. She's got a grandbaby running the house right now. She's out milking goats and chasing roosters and all this crazy stuff. She breeds quarter horses. And guess what? She didn't make up an excuse. She didn't make up an excuse to be here tonight. Just getting out of the ICU from having a heart attack and almost dying from pneumonia last week. She didn't make up an excuse. You're looking for busy people. Busy people get things done. I promise you. Busy people get things done. Put that down. Okay? Talk to some of the busiest people you know, the most successful people you know. Because I'm telling you right now, people that are busy because they know how to get things done. And sometimes people know how to get things done that make a lot of money. Guess what? They're looking for a little break. They're looking to make an income without beating their head off the wall for the next 40 years till somebody throws dirt on top of them. Okay? So it's not always about people need to make more money. Some people actually want to make less money so they can have a life again. Okay? So when you're in that, that market, the non-social media market, you're looking for happy people. You're looking for busy people. We're not looking for lazy people. Okay, lazy people do not know how to get this industry done. I promise you that. Okay, very rarely. My background is 10th grade educated high school dropout dishwasher. But guess what? I had a huge reason why. My buddy back in the day knew that I wanted more out of life. Okay, so don't pass by people. Don't prejudge, don't pre-qualify. But if they're really lazy, like 5 years out of a job, drinking beer, loafing on your couch, they're probably not the best network marketers. Okay, they're probably not going to do nothing anytime soon. All they do is complain and waste your time, for lack of better words. And I don't mean not all of them, but most of them. Okay, so look for happy, busy, successful people. One rule of thumb: look for people who have a reason why. Look for people who have desire. Okay, look for folks that really just want something more in life. Look for people that are just happy. People that want something more. People that smile on their face. They have a desire for something more out of life. Okay, there's people out there that love getting that tax refund check. They don't get it. Trust me. Me and Tommy had this chat the other day. I don't ever want a refund check. Okay, I do not ever want a refund check. Okay, if you understand what I'm talking about, go ahead and shake your head. Okay, refund check means this: that you overpaid the government. They're giving you back a percentage that they think they should pay you for overpaying them, which means that you were a W-2 employee, which means that you didn't make a lot of money. Okay, most of the time. Okay, and even if you did, I'd rather keep more of what I make. Okay, versus give it to the IRS. Okay, so whole other topic for a whole other night. I don't get off a bunny trail here. So non-social media people, look for people that you can have a conversation with. You can lead with a, hey, Pam, I just came across something I'm really excited about. I don't know if timing is right for you in your life, okay? But, bottom line is, the corporate call tonight is probably it's me actually. It's going to be like half an hour, 40 minutes maybe at most, for just asking me a question. But the bottom line is that I came across something I'm excited about. I don't know if timing is right for you, but I'd love for you to take a closer look at it. Get back to me. Let me know. Hey, I just got involved in something I'm really excited about. I'm actually one of the pioneers of the company. I'm one of the very first people, in the state of Indiana, Alabama, Utah, Texas, okay, Arizona, Maryland, wherever you are. I'm one of the very first people. I'm like one of the pioneers. I'm going to run with this company. I'm looking for some folks who want to partner up with me. I know you're always talking about wanting to make extra money and have more free time with your kids and take more trips to Disney World. This may be our opportunity to do it. Are you willing to take a closer look? Okay, remember, it's got to be your words, not mine. Okay, and their hot buttons more than I do. Okay, but I would just leave it at, hey, I came across something I'm really excited about. Don't go in details. I got a video I can send over to you. I got a presentation, quick presentation online I can share with you. It's literally about 15 minutes of your time. When do you think you can find 15 minutes? Okay, and here's one of the things I always tell people: I don't ever ask anybody to do it for me. I already know the information. I'm already involved. I already know what's going on. I say, I want you to do it for you. Please don't do it for me. I want you to do it for you. I want you to get the knowledge that I already have to understand why I'm so excited to share this with you. And you can even say this to some people. You know what? What I don't want to have happen, Epic, is I don't want you to come back to me a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now and say, why didn't you tell me sooner? Okay, I've done that to people. I've had people come back to me and yell at me. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Okay? I don't want that to happen to anybody on this call. I want you to be the first ones to tell your friends. I can tell you some stories of people I already know in this little small town, little small company we got going on here with them network. I have some folks that literally live down the street from here in Utah that were sponsored by some people back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You know why? I got a little Post-it note because we're going to talk about this, about going through your phone Rolodex. I got a little Post-it note that says the letter K, sitting in my planner right now. And I'll tell you what the letter K means as far as going through my phone book, but I stopped before the letter K. If I had gotten to the letter K, I would have got to the letter L. If I had got to the letter L, I would have sponsored a gal in Northeast Pennsylvania because she would have came on board, but she came on board with somebody else. Actually, my sponsor, and I'm okay with that. And she went and sponsored a whole bunch of people who lived down the street from me, literally. Okay, they're not in my group. I don't care. I'm still going to help them either way. What I'm saying is don't prejudge, don't pre-qualify. Get through your phone quicker than I did. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a moment. Okay, because you can see that wrinkled up little K. It's all wrinkled. Obviously, instead of me actually going for my phone and finish what I started doing, I just keep moving it from week to week to week to week, but I've been kind of busy. I'm going to get to the rest of my phone book, though. But where we go with that? Oh, non-social media people. So non-social media people, have a real conversation. Tell your story. I'm excited about something I came across. I don't know if you know the person I'm looking for, but I'm looking for somebody that's looking to, maybe make an extra income, maybe keep all the money they're already making at their job. It's like giving it all to the IRS. That could use some extra energy. Maybe shed a few pounds. If you know somebody like that, let me know who they are. Here's words I don't like to use. Okay, I don't like to use the words. I don't really like the whole, I don't know if it's for you or not. What I like is, hey, who do you know? Hey, write that down. Who do you know? 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 It's my favorite introduction line. Who do you know, Shauna, that could use more energy and maybe an extra paycheck a month? Hey, who do you know, Kat, that would love to shed a few pounds and make an income doing it? Who do you know, Epic, that is stressed out, that burned out, looking for a way out, that would love to have a product to relieve some stress, make them some extra money? Do you know anybody stressed out? Okay, if I'm talking to Kayla and we're talking about Alabama, I just found out my buddy Joe said on Good Morning America, they said Alabama is the #1 stress state in the country, believe it or not. Okay? I mean, gosh, y'all run around saying y'all all day long. How could that stress you out? I mean, when I hear the word y'all, I get all excited and I'm all calm, cool, and collective. I don't even need to drink my soul. So I don't know what y'all are doing to people down there, but you're stressing them out. So who do you know? Let me explain something about who do you know. And I'm going to share a little story with you. Okay? Who do you know works like this. If I went straight up to, let's see, who am I going to pick on? I'm going to pick on, I'll pick on Kat. Kat, I'm going to mute you for a second. Is that okay with you, hon? Okay, I just unmuted. Hey, Kat. How you doing, sweetheart? Can you hear me? I can't hear you, though. Do you have a microphone? I can't hear. I'm going to go to Pam then. Hold on. Pam, can you hear me, hon?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. So I'm gonna share a scenario with you real quick that I want Pam to play along. Pam, if I came to you and I said the following: hey, Pam, I just got involved with this amazing company. I have some incredible products. I look for some leaders in your area that might be interested in making more money, have more energy. Would you be interested?
Yes.
Okay. What's the other?
I would.
What's the other scenario you said to me?
No, I'm really busy, and I probably wouldn't be able to do anything with that.
So what was the odds that you could have said yes? What's the odds you could have said yes to me? What were the odds?
Probably, I had 50-50, but most people are going to say no right away.
But I only have a 50-50 shot, correct?
Right.
The answer is either yes or no, correct? Now I'm going to change the verbiage, guys. Watch what I do here. Okay, watch what I say next. So I just asked her, are you interested? She could have said yes or no. 50% chance, right? Everybody nod their heads yes. Okay, it's a 50% chance that she could say yes. Now I'm going to say this. Pam, who do you know that might be open to a new business opportunity? Who do you know that might, I'm launching a company in your area. I'm looking for some folks. Who do you know?
And then I could give you a list. I could say, oh, my girlfriend, Kathy, she just got laid off with her company. She's such a hard worker. This would probably be something right up her alley.
Or you could have said,
well, I might be interested in something like that.
Or you could have said, what's the third thing you could have said? I don't know anybody.
I could have said I don't know anybody.
Yep. So what I did by just switching up a few words, who do you know? I took the 50-50 chance of somebody being interested to 67%, folks, because now I got a 2 out of 3 shot. It could be her, somebody she knows, or nobody at all. But I gave myself a 2/3 opportunity chance here now. I'm going to put you back on mute real quick, sweetheart. So I took my percentage from 50% all the way up to 67%. You can increase your odds and probability when it comes to talking to people by 17%. just by changing up a few little words. Who do you know? Does that make sense to everybody on here? I've been doing it for years, guys, and it works. Now I'm going to share a scenario with you, and Kat Barnes knows the person I'm talking about. There's a company I was involved with a few years back, made a few $1 million. And in that company, it happened to be a little fireball from Mexico who's no longer with that company either. But that gal brought in about, I would say probably over 25% of that company came through Mexico through this particular person. And what happened was I have a friend named Mark who lives in California. I'll just use first names. I had a friend named Mark from California. Mark went to an ex-girlfriend of his who he knows hates network marketing and hates him too. That's why she was an ex-girlfriend. And he asked her the following: who do you know? We're about to launch in Mexico. Who do you know that might be interested in this great new opportunity? The company is just about to go over the border. And she says, I'm not interested. You know I don't do those things. He goes, great. I know you're not interested. So I said, who do you know? Well, I got this friend, blah, 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 that lives in Mexico. She might be interested. Well, she went on to make him millions, and that girl from Mexico went on to make him millions and millions of dollars because he says, who do you know? Okay? Y'all get the point here? Could you imagine if he had just went to his ex-girlfriend and said, hey, I'm launching this company. You got to get involved. I know you'd be excited. Are you interested? And she said, no, I'm not interested. And he walked away. But he asked her, who do you know? Okay? Made him millions of dollars because she gave him a referral. I would actually send the ex-girlfriend probably a Christmas card with $100 in it or more every year. That's just me. And so that's the power of switching up your verbiage just a little bit. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everybody. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, from Facebook posts, once in a while I'll probably put that on a Facebook post. Hey, I'm looking for some folks, who do you know that, I know Leonard did this the other day. Leonard's on here, but Leonard said, hey, who do you know in Mississippi? Hey, who do you know in Louisiana? Hey, who do you know in Texas? Hey, who do you know in, and guess what? He got like 5 different responses. I live there. Why? Y'all get that? You understand that? Okay. So don't be afraid to use that in the social media world, as well. Okay. So I'm going to cross off the non-social media people. Okay. Kind of give you some little bit of verbiage that you can use for those conversations with folks. But now I want to teach you how to use this thing. Okay? I want to teach you how to use this thing properly. And who am I going to unmute? I'm not going to pick on you, Joe. I'm going to not pick on Deb. I'm going to not pick on you. I'm going to pick on Tiffany. Okay. Tiffany, I muted you, girl. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. You have a phone somewhere, cell phone probably, right?
Yes, sir.
Good girl. Okay. So people that are in your phone, most of them, for the most part, you've obviously met them and liked them at some point in time in your life, and they're in your phone, right? Is that correct?
Right.
So don't you think it'd be important, if you love them enough and care about them enough and they're in your phone, you should probably share a message about what you're doing with them?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. There's your answer, guys. Thanks, Tiffany. That was easy to play along with. So if you love them enough and you care about them enough and they're in your phone, don't prejudge, don't pre-qualify. Oh, man, it's my cousin Bob. He hates network marketing. He doesn't really like me, but I love him. Okay? If you have a cousin Bob and he doesn't like you, I'm sorry for picking on cousin Bob or you. But the bottom line is, go through it. I get about 4,700 contacts in my phone, and which is insane, by the way. And I know them all. I do, or know of them, or know where I met them, which is kind of crazy. I just got that crazy little mind, okay? And here's what I suggest. Okay, I suggest whatever message you want to send. Okay, it's got to be you, not me, not my words. I'm actually changing mine up a little bit. I'm actually going to send a little something different, but whatever it is. It could be, let's see who the next person my phone is. That actually my K's. We're going to do so I'm on the phone. I'll figure out who the next person I was going to, let's go to K's. Bear with me. Contacts. I'm going to go to my K's on my phone and see who the next person is. I hope it's one of the founders of one of my former network marketing companies. Let's see, but it won't be in a K. But it could be if it's my first name. Okay. Next person, 2 down is my friend Karen Huss. Doesn't all know the story another day. But the next one is my friend Kate Mooney. And then you see a picture of my friend Karen. My next one down, my friend Kate Mooney. After that's actually Dr. Carl Anderson, Kat Barnes. But guess what? I'm not going to prejudge or pre-qualify. So, Kat, if you have his phone number, you might want to text me before I do. Because he's down. He's 2 down, by the way. So, but the bottom line is, I'm going to click on Kate's name. I'm going to open up a text. Hey, Kate, it's John Zenas here in Utah. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if timing is right for you to look at something, but I'm excited something I came across. I'm going to send her my spotlight story. It's me personally. I'm going to send her my spotlight story. And I say, if you can resonate with the story, it makes any sense to you, shoot me back a message. Love to share the rest of the company with you. Okay. Very simple. Whatever it is, if I'm Deb, I'm say, hey y'all, it's Deb. I'm excited about something I came in contact with, opportunity wise. I don't know if timing is right for you or somebody, but if it is, I'd love to talk to them or you more about it. Okay. Whatever it is, who do you know? Hey, Tommy, it's John Zenas. Hey, who do you know that's open-minded in your neighborhood, in your area that would like to launch a new company with me? Love to chat with them. Who do you know? Okay. So I'd probably use for the rest of these on here, who do you know? Okay. That's how you go through your phone A to Z. Do it faster than I did. I've missed out on some people, or actually I am now, that were at the letter K and above. My fault. I don't care. It's a big world. Okay. So who do you know that lives, blah, 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 that'd be interested. Okay. So go through your phone A through Z. Don't prejudge. Don't pre-qualify. I don't care who it is. If it's your pastor, your priest, your next door neighbor. If you don't like them and you don't want to send a message to them, delete them out of your phone, because obviously you don't love them enough or care about them enough to share this opportunity or product line with them. Okay, delete them out of your. And I probably got a few of those folks too. Okay, I actually have deleted a few folks out of my phone, but for the most part, don't miss anybody. Don't prejudge. Don't pre-qualify. Okay, that's how y'all can blow this thing up over the next 7 to 10 days or less. Okay, go through your phone A through Z as quickly as possible. Same message. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, send. Y'all get the point? Okay. With that said, we've now covered the phone. Boom. Okay. Don't send it in a group message, by the way. And if you do send it as a group message, a whole lot of people, make sure it's not going to a group. If you want to send like 10 at the same time, I've made that mistake before. I've got people on a thread and it gets ugly. Don't do that. Okay. I personally suggest to send them one at a time. Okay. One at a time. Okay. That's what I suggest. All right. So got that covered. We're going to go to Facebook. Anybody got a Facebook? Raise your hand and say aye. I can't hear you, but raise your hand. Okay, Miss Donna is probably like the newest member of Facebook. She just got to put a face like that. She should have been on Facebook a long time ago, by the way. But there's people like me that should not have a Facebook. Like Ryan Anderson talks about, I get that face for radio, just like him, okay? So what I suggest when you build on Facebook is the following. I have some strong suggestions here tonight for y'all, okay? First suggestion is this. And write this down, okay? Be original, okay? Be original. That one's going to be important. I'm going to explain to you why, okay? I see so many people from other companies, okay? We don't want to be like everybody else. We want to be different, okay? You want to be you. Here's what happens when I'll use a particular company, starts at a P, and I was in it and made a lot of money last year. And who on my Facebook has not tried blah, blah, blah yet with like big thumbs up or pointing down, drop your name. Every thread I see, it's everybody's copy and pasting. There's 200 people in my thread, all the same. I look at it, okay, be original. Let's not copy and paste everybody's posts and put them on there, because a lot of us have the same friends. Okay, a lot of us kind of travel in the same circles. Pam, you got some very interesting friends, by the way. We stalked your Facebook today, me and Carrie Brown and Ryan Anderson, and Carrie's like, man, she knows some pretty amazing people in this industry. So I think there's some people that are on your list you might not even know who they are, okay, on your friend list. We looked through it today. Okay, so we're going to talk to you about that. But the bottom line is we want to be unique. There's only one of you, okay? Somebody said the other day, I saw on Facebook, off subject, and they said, I'm not sure if I'm unique or if I'm on the endangered species list, because there's only one of me. So think about that for a minute, huh? But the bottom line is, make your posts original. Make them yours. I suggest not copying and pasting what everybody else is saying, because y'all run in the same circles. All your friends are saying is M with the same exact verbiage after it, okay? If you see somebody's post you like, take it, reword it a little bit, reconfigure it, but make it yours, okay? Make it your words. Make it your story, okay? Here's the other thing I don't do. I don't suggest putting your link to your website on your Facebook wall, okay? Too easy for people to prejudge and pre-qualify what M is or who you are or what it stands for, okay? I don't put links out there, okay? Hey, for more information, drop me a private message, okay? That's what I love to do. If y'all saw some of my posts today, just let me go. What did I post here in the last little bit? I'm just going to go to I'll put you on I'm going to minimize. You're recording this meeting. I cannot minimize it, okay? Let me see if I pull up Facebook. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to my own Facebook real quick. What did I put up here? I just put up a little while ago. I just put up, my wife actually laughed. I said, I have not had this much fun since, ... And one of my friends said, since I discovered I was a boy, was creating conversation. Actually, somebody commented that I actually want to have a great conversation with about network marketing, because she's in business mind before. She put actually a little smiley face with little tears coming down. Now I know she's still alive, which is awesome, because now I'm going to contact her tomorrow and say, hey, and we're going to talk about this in a second. I'm going to say, hey, I saw you like something that I put up, on Facebook about, being so excited since, how you doing? It starts a whole new conversation. And so the point of the story here too is make posts that say nothing about M or glow sticks from time to time. Just don't make it all about, I'm excited about the new company. Hey y'all, I'm excited about, my life is changing for the better. Love to have you on for this ride. Hey y'all, I'm rolling with the tide. There's room at the top. Who's coming with me? You know what I mean? You don't always have to post things. I'm just helping you out here, Ms. Kayla. You always don't have to post things to say, hey, this tide is rolling. Where are y'all at today? You want to jump on? Plenty of room. Anything that intrigues people. This is like the sizzle. By the way, we're working on 2 sizzle calls right now at the corporate office. They've asked me to write the sizzle calls, and somebody else. I don't like the sound of my own voice, so I told them I will not do them. But I'll write the scripts for you. We're gonna have a business sizzle and we're gonna have a product sizzle, and both will be under 3 minutes and more than 2. So somewhere between 2.5 and 2:45. And that's gonna be a great opportunity to sit with your friends. Hey, I came across something excited about. Who do you know? Hey, I'm kind of interested. Why? What are you doing? Hey, tell you what, somebody trying to explain it to you. Let's jump onto this call right now while we're sitting together and take the next 2.5 minutes to listen, and I'll tell you more after that. Okay, but let's go back to Facebook and social media. Make your posts your own. Okay, make your posts original. Make your posts unique. Make people ask you what it is. Okay, without always having to tell them. Doesn't mean once in a while, if I'm a Shauna tonight, I'd be like, holy crapola, I cannot believe what I'm feeling. And it's something I haven't felt in over 5 years. Guess what it is? They can guess. It's called your friggin' feet, by the way. They don't know that, So make them curious. Curiosity, don't let curiosity kill your cat, because it won't, but make people curious, okay? And here's what you do. I think one of the biggest things that people make mistakes on when it comes to social media is they don't follow up or follow through with people that hit the like button, hit that button, or that button, the button, they just kind of go past that. Here's what I would do. If I posted something, which I do, and when I post things and people heart it, okay, and they're not already in my business or part of, whatever, I send them a private offline message, in a private messenger, which is what we're going to talk about next. I make sure anybody that's liked it, smiley faced it, oh, wowed it, okay, whatever, they've responded. Just because they don't write down there, hey, my gosh, tell me more. Just because they didn't do that doesn't mean they're not interested. They're asking. Okay, if they're asking, you need to respond. Also, keep something else in mind. Just because somebody doesn't respond doesn't mean they're not watching. Don't be surprised when your private messages pop up. I just got one just now, y'all. I can prove it to you if I can do a screen share. I just got a pop up from a good network runner here locally. Just shot me his phone number. His name's Cole. He just shot me a message, and it says, hey, John, can't jump on tonight. Got some plans, but hey, here's my phone number. 801-808-467, blah, blah, blah. So he just shot me a message, and he'd like to talk tomorrow. And he sent me a private message. I haven't talked to him forever, but he's been watching my posts. He doesn't comment. He doesn't like, but he reached out because he's looking. Okay, so here's the other part of the story. I got to pay attention. We got a corporate call. I got to be the speaker on tonight. We still have time. So here's the part of starting online, as I call it, starting online and taking the conversation offline. Okay. And what I mean by that is taking it into a private message. What you don't want to do is say, hey, I'd like more information. Great. I've seen most of you do this. Hey, great. I'm sending you a PM right now. But I see some people sometimes, not so much of our group, but in other network marketing companies, they start this run-on conversation and everybody's seeing it. Okay. You don't want everybody seeing your conversation with other people. Okay. And I will tell you something. If somebody wants to throw something negative up, delete it, block them. You don't need that either. Okay. Just personal preference. Okay, maybe don't block them, but maybe delete the message and send them a private message. Hey, I really appreciate your input, but you got something negative to say. Please leave it off my wall. I'm trying to help people, change my life. Raise my kids when I want to raise them. It's opportunities allow me to do that. I appreciate your input, but send it to me privately. If they don't like that, that's on them. Okay, so it's another suggestion. When negative crap shows up in your wall, I suggest anything negative shows up in your wall on anything in your life, not just this business. You don't need that kind of negativity around you. Just being honest, just telling you the truth, okay? But from a business perspective, when I just suggest start your conversations on your wall, but take them offline. Anybody hearts it, likes it, oh my gosh, is it? Go send them a message. Hey, I put up a post this afternoon about my new business and you liked it. What intrigued you? Why did you hit the like button? Hey, why did you hit the heart button? Hey, why did you hit the old wow button? Okay, so have that conversation offline though. Okay, make sure you're following up with all those folks. What intrigued you? What did you like best? Which is another lead into something, okay? So we just kind of covered Facebook, social media for you real quick here tonight. I can do a complete social media Facebook deal for y'all sometime just on that and talk about some specific verbiage. But you kind of got the point. Make it original, make it yours. Start the conversation online and move it offline. Okay, so we're going to cross that off my list of things here to do tonight. And here's one of my favorites and follow-ups. And y'all are going to understand this real quick too. You know, how many times, who am I going to unmute for this one? I'm going to unmute Miss Kayla. Just haven't heard your voice in like the last 7 minutes. Can you hear me, girl?
I can hear you.
Sweet. So I need a little soul in my life, so I want to hear your voice, girl. So if I was to talk to you and if I was to follow up with you and I asked you the following, tell me the first thing that comes to your head. And it might be different, but if I said to you, Kayla, say, what did you think about the information? What could you say to me?
It was intriguing.
Okay. Have you ever heard this before? I don't think I'm interested as the first thing comes back out of their mouths.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of times, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I don't think I'm interested. Now, if I was to say to you, what did you like best about what I shared with you? Could you say, I'm not interested? You could, right?
You could, but you would have to, I would probably give an explanation and say what I liked best.
Exactly. Y'all see the difference? I'm going to mute you back out again, honey. So you see the difference, guys? If I said, what did you think? You say, I don't think I'm interested. I don't think I have enough time. I don't think I can afford it. I don't think. Now, a lot of times they're still tell you, but I like using the words, what did you like best? They actually have to answer you. And if they said to me, I don't think I'm interested, great. I don't care if you're interested. I just want to know what you like best. Well, I like the products. They look pretty darn intriguing. Which one? Starts a whole other conversation. Do you see the point again, y'all? So ask those, get those words, two pieces of, if nothing else tonight, out of all the rambling I've done, if you remember nothing else, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And what did you like best? What did you like best? Okay, those are the two biggest pieces of the pot of gold tonight that I think can help y'all understand how you can make this thing explode, how you can make your verbiage work for you. Okay, who do you know? What did you like best? Okay, takes away a lot of the pressure on you. It takes the, oh my gosh, what if she says no? I didn't ask her. I said, who do you know? Okay, I'm not asking Cat Barnes. Hey, Cat, who do you know? I'm launching this new company. I'm pretty excited about it. I know you're probably burnt out on network marketing, but who do you know? It's the one to look at a new company. I'm not that burnt out, John. I still got to pay the bills, So, just who do you know? Absolutely. Who was that? Was that, who said, can I say something? Unmute yourself. Oh, hey, Shauna. I'm going to unmute you, honey. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, let me say something real quick. John told you guys that I went today outside of my comfort zone, went and talked to a girl in town who knows a lot of people. So I used that line after I was done talking to her. I made the contact, I made the customer. She's my customer. I got some information that Kayla wants some numbers of people, and I brought that to her, asked her, who do you know? She came back with like 15 names of people way outside the box than I ever would have thought about, but it makes sense of who she was saying. She was talking business people in town, people that I never would have thought of. So yes, those are on my list, and I will contact those people, but just because I said, who do you know? So it's just been so important today. Today has been amazing for me. Getting that no today has fueled my fire so much. So don't be afraid of the no.
I love it. Absolutely love that. And I'm going to actually, I'm going to share verbatim what she said to me, Miss Shauna. So now I'm going to put her on the spot. Verbatim, Shauna said, she is networking for me right now. Hold on, wait, that's not it. There we go. Okay. So that was very humbling. I just had the most awesome experience. Even though she had found another home, which is not network marketing, by the way, I gained a customer that knows a lot of people. I left feeling very humbled by her kind words about me. She watched me build the XYZ company for years and watched my journey for those 4 years. It was a great conversation. I left empowered. This was the most fantastic no ever. How cool is that? Okay, how cool is that? By the way, I was with the guys in the home office, and we read that together, by the way, and they're like, my gosh, that's incredible. Good for her. So they're pretty jacked up, excited for you, girls. So on these online conversations, like moving from your Facebook wall onto a private conversation, have those conversations, enjoy the journey, have your reason why. We've talked about a lot of stuff in a shortened period of time here tonight. We're running out of time because I got to get prepared for the corporate event here in less than half an hour. Plus, I want you all to go invite some people. I want you to go post something. Hey, something big's about to happen in 30 minutes. Are you open-minded? Okay, something big's about to happen in 30 minutes. Love to have you join me. Hey, something huge is going on in my life right now. Y'all need to know what it is. It's going to happen in 30 minutes. Okay, and seeing people respond. Y'all got 30 minutes to drive somebody to that opportunity event happen at the bottom of the hour. Okay, I suggest, just like Nike says, just do it. Don't worry about the outcome, okay? Don't worry about what the scoreboard says. Stay in the game. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't run 2 plays. Don't talk to 2 people. Look at the scoreboard. Stay in the game, okay? When you look at the scoreboard and you play football and you look up at the scoreboard and you're in the game, can you look up at the scoreboard? You're going to get tackled. You're going to move back a few yards and it's going to suck your will to live. Don't look at the scoreboard, okay? Look straight ahead always, okay? Look straight ahead always. And here's 2 things I want to share with you in closing, and then maybe open up this for a couple questions or comments here tonight. I wanted to pull up 2 documents. I didn't get a chance to, but I will tell you, go into your back office, write this down, and make sure your team is doing the same exact thing. Go into your back office and click on left-hand side. Click on Tools in your back office. Okay, Tools, Tools. Click on Tools. Click on the link then. It says Docs/Media. Okay, Docs Media. Then click on to the link that says Business Info. Okay, so far we have Tools, Docs Media/Media, Business Info, and then look for the very top PDF file is going to be your M Mansion. Okay, your M Mansion. There's some worksheets that go along with that. Print it out, have it out. Look at it every single day. I'm not going to tell you all the details of your M Mansion. It's all there. It's very easy to figure out and follow along. Okay, you want to fill up your mansion, kids. Okay, fill up your mansion. All right. And the second thing I want you to do is I want you to go down on that list of the PDF files in the same exact place, about down for your M Mansion, about 4 things down. Pam's going to it right now. Is I want you to pull up a document that says Incentive Trip Flyer Cabo. Okay, Kayla, by the way, I think you're like almost 3/4 of the way there. So when you hit M2 and then M3 this month, you're going to be qualified for Cabo in the first couple weeks of this trip. And a lot of your team is going to be there with you. And a lot of my team is going to be there with me because it's very simple to qualify for this trip. Okay, so the 2 documents I want you all to pull out of your back office. Like I said, I want you to pull up your M Mansion. Then I want you to pull up the incentive trip for Cabo. This is what I want you to focus on for the next 6 months. I'm being serious. Okay, I've got to the top of everything I've done in this industry. I've made millions of dollars, had tens of thousands of people in my business. I'm not bragging about that because I stayed focused on one simple thing the entire time. Whatever the next trip was, whatever the next car was, whatever the next whatever was. I didn't focus on the compensation plan. I know most of the parts of this comp plan, but I don't really care. I cared about going to Cabo, and I did it in like 6 hours. True story, by the way. I did it in like 6 hours. I only had 6 months. I did it in 6 hours because I knew how many points I needed. I knew exactly what I needed to Cabo. Okay, I knew how the points were add up, what the scoreboard looked like if I just focused on that. And that's what I did. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get yourself and every single human person in your organization, on your team, as humanly possible, to Cabo. If you do that and you duplicate that, you will have the biggest business you ever dreamed possible. Trust me on this one, guys. With one of X companies, did I want to go to the beach of Thailand? You're darn right I did. And I knew if I got to Thailand, it meant I was at the top of the comp plan. I'm making 6 figures a year, and I was. Okay, but I didn't focus on the comp plan. I focused on everything it took to get to those beaches in Thailand. Did the same thing with the next company, get on a cruise ship. Did the next company, same thing again. Did the same thing here already. And now I want to teach all of y'all to do the same exact thing. Look at the points that it takes to get to Cabo. Look how many points it takes to get to Cabo on that sheet. And then focus on sponsoring new people, rank advancing, helping others rank advance, all based off of basically you helping them get new people started is how you get points. Make sure on Blue Box subscription, okay? And just keep doing it month after month after month for the next 6 months, okay? And here's one thing I want you to know. It's not on the flyer right now. 2 things, actually. One is when you help somebody personally, you brought on board, rank advance to a new rank, whatever points they get for that rank, you get half that amount of points for yourself for the qualification as well. So when I went M3, I got 500 points. Andy Willoughby got 250 points just because I went M3. Okay, pretty awesome. So the goal is to help your team rank advance to all your personals and help them do the same thing. And for every person that rank advances, every time they rank advance, you get half those amount of points yourself as well, which is friggin' awesome. And I did verify this today, Kat, just so you know, and Deb and others that are on here. Anybody new? Okay, so like Kayla and your entire team, you started literally a week ago today, you still have 1 more week. All your new personal signups, okay, and everybody else, okay, 14 days from the day you sign up and say, I want to do this thing, I want to do it big. I think Kayla says, go big or go home. Go big or go home, y'all, or something like that. The bottom line is this. From your first 14 days of signing up, sign in, okay, you get triple, 3 times the amount of points on all those packages. So if, say, one of the packs is, I don't know, I'm just using hypothetical numbers, I don't know off the top of my head, but say the pack is 30 points, okay, you would get 90. This is 30 points. So if they come in the $4.99 package, you get 30 points, okay? But if you're in your 14-day window joining yourself and they come on board, you get 90 points. So y'all that came in from last Tuesday to now, you're still in that window, okay? Triple points. And after that, it goes back to normal points. It's actually still pretty awesome. But this is a great way to get the gates running, get to that next rank quickly, get a bunch of points in your first 14 days, and have a lot of fun with this. Get the Cabo, get the Cabo, get the Cabo. Look at that mansion document, have a bunch of fun, have your reason why written down. And I want to open it up for the next just a couple minutes because I do got to get prepared for our corporate call, and I want you all to be able to get online. You're probably doing it already. Hey, y'all, your lives are going to change in 30 minutes. Jump on with me. Send me a private message. Okay, so I want you all to be doing that over the next 30 minutes. Pump them up and get them onto that call with us to learn more about the opportunity. So open it up to anybody that's got a question, a thought, a comment. Hit your unmute button. I'll answer it for you, and we'll march on. Who's going to be first? Who's next over there?
I'll say something.
There you go, girl.
I didn't realize that, I guess, I don't know, because I'm a millennial, I didn't realize that, like, people were just getting introduced to Facebook, I guess, or didn't know much about Facebook. But maybe we should do, like, just a training session kind of like this, where we're talking about, like, how you post and how to interact, but also about how the Facebook algorithms work and how you can get your posts seen by, like, more people and gain even more interaction and everything. And I think that would be very beneficial for some people that really don't know how to, like, or don't know how, but haven't perfected, like, marketing, like, on a social media basis. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So you're talking about the old people like Deb and Kat. So I just called you out, girls. She stuck her tongue out at me.
My husband is going to be 30 in May, and he got a Facebook, like, last month.
That's awesome. Donna, that's sitting there with Deb, that beautiful young lady to the left of Deb, she just got her Facebook account today. So yeah, absolutely, Cal. I think it'd be an awesome idea. I know the right person that we can invite on there. Actually, a young lady named Diana Goodsky up in Canada. I think she'd be awesome. She's phenomenal when it comes to Facebook sharing and building and growing and doing that. So good point. We'll do that sometime in the next week or two for sure. Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. Here's one more thing I want to share with y'all. There's a few folks on here that are not part of your direct team. You know, like Kat's not part of my team at all. But you know what? Deb might not be part of some of your team. But here's what I tell you: if y'all are friends on Facebook, make sure you're liking and commenting. Even somebody, I think like Michelle tonight, he's like, "Oh man, I'm so excited!" Hey, girl, tell me more. I got to know what it is. Even though I'm already involved, I didn't say, "Oh my gosh, you're right. It's the greatest opportunity since sliced bread or Betty White." I didn't say this. Hey, tell me more. Creating curiosity, creating excitement. Okay, liking her post, little heart thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so make sure you're supporting your friends. Okay, make sure you're supporting, and don't always have to be, "Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. It's the greatest thing ever." Say, "Oh my gosh, sounds exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you told me." Okay, it just keeps the morale going, keeps the excitement going. It's keeping that person's post up higher in the feed. Okay, so more people are seeing it consistently. Hope that makes some sense to y'all. And it's a really good thing. Plus, we're supporting our friends. We're helping our friends grow their business. Here's one thing I know about the industry of network marketing when it's done right. Okay, when companies are done right. I will support anybody, anywhere, anytime in my business, whether I get paid on or don't. Am I upline, downline, sideline, crossline? I don't look at those things. I look at this. If they grow, the company grows. If the company grows, I get to keep living my dream. I don't have to get a job. Okay? And you'll also be doing the same thing for your friends and people that are not directly associated with your business as well. Because if their businesses grow, the company grows, we all get to win together. Hope that makes some sense to you. So anybody else got a question before I got to jump off and get ready for the corporate? It's actually almost 10 after already. So one more question or comment or thought, and then we'll part ways for tonight at least. Anybody else got something they want to share real quick?
Epic does.
What's up?
Okay, so Kayla put out a post today about certain things, and I've put out a post saying, like, who would like free samples, such and such. I have 2 people interested. I can do 3 more. Well, I just had someone message me and says, "Do tell me more, ... And so I want to lead with the opportunity. So instead of the product. So I'm just, with this call, do I just share, like, I've found this, like, with me, it's hard for me because I haven't had the product yet.
Sure.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to do this.
No, you're
I'm
absolutely fine.
excited, but I don't know.
When did she send you this message out of curiosity? How long ago?
2 seconds ago, literally,
Or do you think you should send her?
to the call. So just say there's an
Hey,
amazing
y'all,
call happening.
I'm just wrapping up some things at the house. Kind of crazy busy right now. I'd love to share more with you, but guess what? A good friend of mine named John is going to do a complete overview on our products. There's even a business end to it. You might not be ready for business, but he's going to talk about the products. Can you jump on in 20 minutes? Give her the opportunity,
Okay.
at least
Okay.
ask. If she says no,
Okay.
then send me a private message and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. The coolest thing is I love what Epic just said. I don't have my product yet, but I'm out sharing it. The coolest thing is there's like 3 of these on the screen at like M1 this week that I don't think your product's even on your doorstep yet. That's pretty freaking amazing, by the way. I love it. So, hey, I just want to thank y'all for jumping on, for listening to me ramble to you for over an hour. I hope you took some good notes. I'm not perfect at this. I'm far from it. People say, oh my gosh, you're doing such a great job. I'm just consistent, guys. I'm actually doing the corporate training this Saturday with Dennis Ligman, one of the master distributors of the company. I'm actually in the corporate training this Saturday. I'm going to cover John Z's 3 C's. They're coachable, committed, consistency. Okay, those are the 3 things that I've believed in and led by for all my life in this industry for all these years. I actually learned a 4th one this week at church. Somebody said the word caring. Okay, caring. I'm actually going to add that as the 4th of John Z's 3 C's. We're going to make it 4. Coachable, consistent, okay, committed, and caring. If you follow those things, you do those things, those 4 things, I promise you your life will not be the same it is today. 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, or 2 years from now, I promise you that. I can guarantee you that actually, because we have the right opportunity at the right time in our lives with the right people running it, with some amazing friggin' products and a compensation plan like I've never seen before, and price points that people can actually afford. Tell me those 4 C's are coachable, committed, consistent, and caring. Okay, so with that said, we're parting ways. I'm going to send out some emails to get a few folks to join up with me tonight. I'll see you at the bottom of the hour. You won't see me. You'll see a presentation, but you hear this wonderful voice. So, man, again, the voice for radio, you'll hear that tonight. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate yous. Love yous. Keep up the phenomenal friggin' job, and call me. I'm here to help you. If you don't have my number yet, shoot me a message on Facebook. Say, hey, John, what's your number? We need your help. All right? That's what I'm here for, to help y'all. Okay? Peace out. Have a good night, everybody. Bye for now. Love yous.